pas la collègue. Jean-Yves que...
Hello everyone.
Ouais, il y a. Très bien.
It was lovely hearing you speaking in Italian and French, as I am from Romania and our languages are sister languages. Do you hear me? Hello?
Yes. Bună ziua!
Bună ziua!
Bună dimineața!
Bună dimineața, Lorenzo! I said it was a pleasure listening the previous presentations in Italian and French, as much as Romanian, French, and Italian are sister languages. But I'm afraid my competences in French and the Italian are very, very low. So I'll do my presentation in English. This is okay?
No problem.
Thank you very much. One more thing to make clear, I'm not from Copenhagen. I am an ex-user of mental health services and a member of European Network of Users and Survivors of Psychiatry, an umbrella organization, European one, based in Copenhagen. I personally am living very close to Suceava in North Romania. So, okay. I will present you a project concept idea focused on youth with disabilities. I think I have to share the screen. Let me, because I'm not very, yeah. Can you see the
yes. Yes, yes.
Yes, we see.
Youth engagement, empowerment, and participation. And I represent, as you can see, Bukovina Institute from Suceava, an organization which is a member of Social Farms Europe, CEFEC. And I'm really happy and honored to participate in this important event. Why we developed this concept idea? Because youth with disabilities experience exclusion, isolation, abuse, lack of educational and economic opportunities, don't enjoy the same rights as peers without disabilities, lack of organizational support. At the same time, they are not sufficiently informed about the paradigm shift from paternalism to self-representation, as this paradigm shift is very well provided by the implementation of the UN Convention on Rights of Persons with Disabilities. You have now so-called tree structure, putting together the problem in the middle, the causes, the roots of the tree represent the causes of this problem, and up there are the effects. So the problem is the lack of youth engagement in organizational activities, in concrete organization, not only the organizations working for their rights, but even in social enterprise and any other organization. They are not very well empowered, and very little participation in processes that affect their lives. The causes of this problem, we think that are the fact that the youth with disabilities are not aware of their rights, are not encouraged to get engaged or involved in organizations which work with or for them, as I said before, regardless of the kind of the organization, even if it is about an organization focused on people with disabilities, in various areas, but or organization focused concretely on human rights. Another cause is the low education and training of youth workers in human rights. When we say that, it is about the basic in human rights, not very developed trainings. And you will see in my presentation, helping these trainings, helping them to support the youth engagement in engagement, empowerment, and participation, and definitely the low education training for youth with disabilities. All these causes lead to the problem mentioned, with effects. We mentioned just 3 effects: discrimination, social exclusion, and abuses. And low life standards. Why I will go back a bit to the previous slide to conclude why it's so important, because youth, as you well know, don't play an active role and a concrete role in law and policy making on the one hand. On the other hand, they need support from youth workers to get engaged. And starting from this concept and of tree structure with problem, causes, and effects, we developed this project idea where the objectives would be to design a common profile of the youth workers, so that the youth workers to have a basic knowledge about human rights, specifically about the implementation of United Nations Convention on Rights of Persons with Disabilities, to develop a training course for youth workers, then to build the capacity of the organization to deliver this modern and innovative training to youth workers, also in order to promote youth engagement, empowerment, and participation. At the same time, to develop the skills and build the capacity of youth with disabilities to get engaged, empowered, and strong, to fully participate within so-called, we call these groups youth committees for rights of persons with disabilities. And then to develop tools to be used by any disabled people organizations or any other organization interested in this aspect. The main activities we plan, there are to establish the profile of the youth worker, to research to be developed within the project, and to see what are the strengths and weaknesses in working with youth with disabilities. Then to identify the competences required to become promoter of this idea, youth engagement, empowerment, and participation. An online survey in order to get the picture of youth participation in the organizations, to see the level of their participation in organization, how much they are involved in the decision making of the organization, and to develop the training curricula, as I said, for youth workers and for youth, so that to support them to get engaged. Sorry, I don't know what happened. to get engaged in that committees. Sorry, I think here, yeah. In this youth committees for rights of persons with disabilities. It's not enough to train people and create tools if we do not support them and train them how to put into practice the theory into practice. So we think to create a framework for these committees to identify priorities, to establish an action plan to be implemented at national level, and if hopefully we are more countries partners in such a project, and also at an European plan. And as I said, to develop the toolkit promoting youth engagement, empowerment, and participation. This project would address two priorities: social inclusion and promoting empowerment, engagement, and participation. Promoting social inclusion, the priority regarding the social inclusion focus on inclusive society. Society recognizes and protects the individual rights of youth with disabilities, with the references, as I said from the very beginning, on the provision of UN Convention on Rights of Persons with Disabilities. This concept idea is a right-based approach based on UNCRPD, where we can find the definition how this important document defines the youth with disabilities. The social inclusion would start from the development of social, civic, and intercultural competencies of youth workers, enabling them to assist youth with disabilities in getting socially involved and included, and the youth would increase their level of engagement as active citizens in human rights arena by getting organized in that committees. The other area is promoting engagement, empowerment, and participation. And because even if in every country, national legislation and international treaties signed, especially by the EU countries, by all EU countries, and other agreements, in real life, youth with disabilities are very far from having equal rights, and we all know this thing. And that's why we consider that is something we have to pay attention to, and we have to work on. This concept idea encourages the social and civic engagement of youth with disabilities, because look, now we have this pandemic with COVID-19, and so many aspects in the world are changing, and people with disabilities, especially people with mental health problems and psychosocial disabilities, are very affected. You know that, I'm sure. So we have to be very careful and to work very how to say, profoundly on trying to attract, engage youth and make them part of our society in various areas of life, of activity. And this way, the youth participants would have many opportunities to connect each other, to build informal networks, and to strengthen the cooperation among the not only the organizations that would be involved in the project, but Europe-wide. And okay, why this project or this concept? We find it innovative. The social inclusion is addressed through disability rights-based approach. From my knowledge, and not only my knowledge, also the knowledge of my organization and other organizations working in disability areas, such European Disability Forum. This approach is a very good one, and but very little implemented. The disability rights-based approach of social inclusion helps finding solutions to ensure that human rights, that human being with disabilities is that no human being with a disability is deprived of the resources required to enjoy and an adequate standard of living. I'm really sorry. I should have some water. Sorry for 1 second. Okay, thank you, Vasi.
Mulțumesc.
Mulțumesc, yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Grazie, grazie.
Grazie, grazie. Köszönöm.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.
Okay, well, I was about, I spoke about this priorities addressed, and what we expect from this project: enhanced organizational capacity to work with youth with disabilities and foster youth engagement, empowerment, and participation in disability rights advocacy, even if, as I emphasized for several times already, the organization is not the main area of activity of an organization is not disability rights or individual rights, but we have to take care of this aspect. Then there are these youth committees for rights of persons with disabilities, where that give young people the possibility to work together and to build advocacy campaign, to get well informed on not only on rights but on everything related to their life, everything related to their social inclusion. And we also count on the impact of this toolkit that could be used by every organization interested in this aspect. Okay, this I was talking about. It was about the why is innovative, about the rights-based approach of social inclusion. I do not want to take your time. This concept idea would be an important step in developing tools and instruments, as I already said, and the results will be a better understanding of importance and the need for access to rights when it comes to social inclusion of youth with disabilities, especially in hard times like we go through right now. The impact would be an increased capacity building of the organizations, increased number of youth workers promoting, having the skills, the competencies, the appropriate competencies, and promoting to engage youth with disabilities and to promote their engagement, empowerment, and participation. Increased number of youth with disabilities involved and through this socially included in the end. Raising awareness on access to rights and social inclusion of youth with disabilities, and improvements regarding their engagement in processes that affect their life. And we do hope to increase motivation of various organizations of DPOs. DPOs are disability people's organizations. And we want to thank you for listening. And if you have questions, please do not hesitate to ask us. As much as Vas is also here, and we together, because I want to say we together worked on this concept idea. We applied within Erasmus Plus program. Unfortunately, we are not successful, but we do not want to give up this idea and try to improve it, and hopefully one day we get funding for. If there are interested organizations in this concept idea, they are very welcome to approach us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Gabriela. With your permission, I just want to add just a few things. First, to say congratulations to Jean-Yves, because he kept going with the Divan. It's 17th edition and it's a lot of work, and congratulations to you and to your team. CEFEC conference and CEFEC movement, Social Firms Europe, it's on the double of your age, 34 years already. And thanks to Lorenzo, because he linked very much the CEFEC with the Divan movement. And thanks to you, Jean, again, because you are also member of Social Firms Europe CEFEC. Just to say that Social Firm, it is an organization, umbrella, European umbrella, with 53 members from 22 countries right now. And we are acting on the field of social inclusion of people with disability. Mostly of them are people with mental disability, by providing work, by providing place for work. And we are also very active online, and I think this coronavirus give us a lot of challenges, but also new opportunities. So I think the Divan also can be enlarged with audience if we'll organize on the future a session on online. Even I like to hug all of you, to touch all of you, it's not possible. And just to say hello and nice to see you again, a lot of Divan family. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you too. And it's great that you could join us again this year. So, and my dream, which is not a secret dream, but an official dream, is that CEFEC could be more present in France. And at the moment, I think France is very resistant to that kind of cooperation. I don't know why.
Maybe we can organize a CEFEC conference in France, and we have new members from France. I think we have a good opportunities to organize in the near future. But why not to combine once a CEFEC with Divan and have it in Budapest? Because we don't have Hungarian member as well.
You haven't? Oh.
You know? So I think it will be a good opportunity that if we think about the next 3 years, because we already booked the conference for next year and for the next 3 years. But on the next 4 years, we can have, let's say, the 21 Divan edition and 30 and 42 CEFEC conference in Budapest. Why not? Thank you.
That would be an excellent idea, and I will try to collect information about departments who could be interested in your action in Hungary.
Thank you very much, Jean-Yves, and we will be with you next year as well, active. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Fuerte bene, molto bene.
Thank you, Lorenzo. Thank you.
Thank you.